Welcome, class. Today we discuss a groundbreaking anti-war novel that mixes science fiction with historical reality.
Wait, what?
Published in 1969, Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut tells the story of Billy Pilgrim, a man who becomes unstuck in time, oscillating between his life as an optometrist, his time on the planet Tralfamadore, and his experiences during World War II, notably surviving the bombing of Dresden.
Sounds weird and dark.
Indeed, but also it's humorous, surreal, and poignant.
Kind of like the Babysitter's Club?
Not exactly. Well, actually, honestly, I'm not too familiar with American literature from what we'll call the Nouveau canon.
You should really brush up on that.
Are there aliens in the Babysitter's Club?
No.
How about war? Is there anything set in World War II?
No?
Okay, then not a lot of overlap.
You said unstuck in time? Is that like time travel?
Hello, sorry I'm late. Let's get this thing rolling!
Oh, author Kurt Vonnegut, welcome.
Hello, greetings. Heyo.
Alright, well, let's get...
Also, you mentioned other planets? So like there's space travel? And time travel? That's a lot of travel.
Let's, put a pin in these questions and we'll give an overview of the story. I think that will make some sense of things here.
Make sense of things? We'll see about that.
The story focuses on Billy Pilgrim, a weak and awkward young man.
Hey, that's not very nice.
Oh, forgot to tell you. I invited Billy. Hope that's not a problem.
Hey, Billy! Didn't know you'd be here, but welcome.
Thank you.
Continuing on, Billy gets drafted into World War II. During the Battle of the Bulge in 1944, Billy and another soldier, Roland Weary, wander behind enemy lines and get captured by the Germans.
Ugh, Roland, don't remind me.
Roland is an aggressive soldier who blames Billy for getting them captured.
Hey, Roland here. Oh, it's you, Billy.
During transport to a POW camp, Roland dies. But before he dies, he makes a fellow prisoner, Paul Lazaro, promise to kill Billy someday.
You will avenge my death and kill Billy someday. Pinky swear?
Pinky swear?
Spit shake on it?
Ew, gross.
Oh, okay. Just pinky swear then.
So wait, why did they want to kill Billy?
Out of revenge, because he blamed Billy for their predicament.
Billy and the other American prisoners are sent to Dresden, Germany, where they're housed in an abandoned slaughterhouse. As prisoners, they work in the city making vitamin supplements.
Dresden was known to be a safe city because there were no perceived military targets in the city that made it worth bombing.
However, in February of 1945, the Allied forces launch a massive firebombing attack on Dresden. Billy and the other POWs survive by hiding in the slaughterhouse's underground meat locker.
When we finally emerged, the entire city was gone, completely destroyed.
A moonscape of ash and rubble.
Tens of thousands of civilians are dead, and the prisoners who survived forced to dig corpses from the ruins and burn them in funeral pyres.
Story seems pretty straightforward so far.
Well, here's where the story gets strange. Billy claims he becomes unstuck in time, as I mentioned earlier, and thus experiences his life non-chronologically.
It's kind of like I'm jumping randomly between moments in my life, sometimes back in the war, sometimes in my post-war life, sometimes being abducted by aliens.
After the war, Billy returns home, goes to optometry school, and gets married. His wife, Valencia, her father owns the optometry school Billy attends.
Billy and Valencia have 2 kids. He becomes a successful optometrist and lives a comfortable suburban life.
But he's pretty clearly traumatized by his war experience. Isn't that right, Billy? Billy?
Oh, looks like we lost him again. Unstuck again.
In 1967, Billy claims he's abducted by aliens called Tralfamadorians. These beings exist in 4 dimensions and can see all of time simultaneously.
They put me in a zoo on their planet with a porn star named Montana Wildhat and expected us to live in captivity, mating, procreating, etc. for their education and entertainment.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of weird.
The Tralfamadorians teach Billy their philosophy. Since all moments in time exist forever, death is meaningless. When someone dies, they simply say, "So it goes."
So it goes?
So it goes. In 1968, the following year, Billy survives a plane crash that kills everyone else, including his father-in-law. While Billy is recovering in the hospital, his wife dies from a separate incident.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Indeed, Billy, would you say, "Oh man, lost him again"? Continuing on, with his wife and father-in-law gone now, Billy starts publicly talking about his time travel and alien experiences. He writes letters to newspapers and appears on radio shows.
Utterly embarrassing his daughter.
They put me in a zoo on their planet with a porn star named...
Billy, you already covered that part, but you could tell us, dang, gone again. Continuing on, so Billy knows exactly when he'll die.
How?
Because he's already experienced it.
Oh, right, because of the time stuff.
Indeed, in 1976, while giving a lecture about flying saucers in Chicago, Paul Lazzaro assassinates Billy.
Making good on his promise to Billy's old comrade,
Roland Weary.
Billy accepts this calmly, understanding it as just another moment that eternally exists.
So it goes.
The book ends with Billy back in post-bombing Dresden, where German forces had ordered the prisoners to help dig out corpses from the rubble.
The devastation is complete, but the absurd, mechanical work of survival goes on, with no grand meaning to be found, working with other prisoners to clear bodies.
So it goes.